Hey everybody, this is a Sliders Review, and I literally just found out that today is International Women's Day. Who knew? I didn't, because I'm a man. And because so since I never knew this holiday, growing up, so I've now decided to try to crank out as many videos as possible as I can today, slowing down the other videos that I already recorded and stuff, so I'm gonna have to delay those. Chances are when these videos do upload, it probably won't be today. It'll probably be tomorrow, maybe, who knows. But hey, let's try to speed through this right here, right now. So I'm here today to talk to you about Wonder Woman, the animated movie back in 2009. This was the fourth DC animated universe movie to come out, and it is one of my all-time favorite. I love this movie to death. I actually love this movie more than I do the live action Wonder Woman movie. Kerry Russell is the one who voices Wonder Woman in this, and Wonder Woman has a very youthful appearance to her. And she's somewhat, she's not like lean and skinny as she was in the Justice League animated TV series, but she's not as muscular as she's been appearing in most recent DC animated movies. She kind of has a bit of a plushy kind of look to her. Like she has like thick thighs and everything. I like that, especially in this one scene where she fights Demonos. So Lauren Montgomery, who was known as like an animator and storyboard artist, got to direct this movie. She would later direct other movies and produce like other animated series and stuff. One thing about this movie is that it's loosely based off of George Perez' Gods Immortals like series that came out in 18 no not 18 1987, when they rebooted the Wonder Woman thing. Now one thing that's really cool about this movie is that it's, for the most part, is very faithful to her original origin story with a modern day twist. I love this movie so much more better than that of Wonder Woman Bloodline. I hated that movie. And sadly, this movie never got a sequel because, like, at that time, DVD sales were very slow. However, it has a cult following now, and this will be the last time that Kerry Russell will voice that of Wonder Woman. This was actually the third time I've ever seen Wonder Woman. The first time, ironically, was like on Cartoon Network, and it wasn't even a Justice League cartoon series, I believe. I believe it was like kind of like this tiny little animated short that they had with the Powerpuff Girls, where they met a lot of former DC like heroes and stuff from like the Super Friend days, and they had Wonder Woman, and they talking about how they're a huge fan of like Wonder Woman, and like Wonder Woman covers up like her chest because they used to draw her like really busty back in like the day. But then my second time ever seeing her, of course, is the Justice League animated series, and then now this movie actually caused me to like go back and watch a couple of the Linda Carter Wonder Woman um you know show back in the day, which I've never seen, and man, that was so dainty. But man, she made such a great Wonder Woman though. Like you gotta give it up for that woman, and she still looks great today. I've been wanting to review that rebooted unaired pilot of Wonder Woman. I might be able to get it in today. I'm not sure, but anyways, so this movie. When I say I love this movie, I mean I love it. I love the animation. I love the vibrant colors. I love the voice cast in this. My God, it is amazing. This movie deserves more praise than what it had back in the day. Like this was like the Renaissance days of DC animated movies before they went like crazy with the whole New 52 thing, and now whatever the world they are doing with this whole rebirth thing, because the whole rebirth thing, a lot of their movies aren't even based on comics no more. Now it's just stuff they're creating out of the top of their head, and it's not very good whatsoever. And the DC animated movies seem to be slowing down for the worse. And I don't know. I just don't see them crank because they're not even cranking out as many movies as they used to. So I don't know what the world's going on with them. But like the animation, the action choreography was really good. This was back when the action scenes were kind of basic, but kind of still like really good. Not as good as like the new 52 stuff, but man, like when I say animation was good during this time, I mean it was good. And like I said before, the story is pretty faithful to that of the like origin of her. Ironically, um Wonder Woman, like the dude who like created Wonder Woman also created the whole lie detector machine, which is funny because she has that whole lasso of truth thing. So basically, in this movie, it starts off with this huge Amazon war against a bunch of like Greek soldiers and like demons and stuff. And it is Hippolyta, the mother of Wonder Woman, and she's fighting Ares, the god of war, and his minions. See, she's angry at him because he forced a child upon her, and named Thrax, and he's slaughtering as many Amazons as he can. So at one point in time, Ares and Hippolyta were lovers, but then they had a falling out. After a huge battle, she chops the head off her own son Thrax, and then she's about to like behead that of Ares before Zeus intervenes and stops her. And then she tells Zeus in a very defiant kind of way that like she has lost like her home, her children. Well, the Amazons had lost their home, children, their men, and everything else, all because of like Ares and stuff. So as Zeus is decreeing, Hera steps in and they decide that they're gonna, since the Amazons have suffered, they're gonna place them on an island where they can be all by themselves called Themyscira. And there they will be protected from everything that goes outside of man's world. And they tell, well, Hera actually is the one telling, because Zeus is kind of like grumpy at this time. Hera tells her, when you are ready, you will be able to conceive a child on your own, made of that of clay, and breathe life within her. And so, of course, that's the whole Wonder Woman being born of clay, and and all this other stuff. And so a lightning bolt hits like the clay baby, and then a real baby emerges and stuff. Now, in this movie, it's never explained how old Wonder Woman is. When exactly did Hippolyta make her? She looks pretty young, but then again, you never know. And even the creators don't even know. Like, I remember they asked stuff in the commentary, and nobody knows. And so then we see a young Diana, like, practicing how to fight with Artemis. And Artemis is it's so funny because she's voiced by Rosanna Dawson, who later went on to voice Wonder Woman. And so, like, Diana beats her in the fight, which really makes Artemis, like, really upset. Um, Now, Artemis has a sister who likes to read books and stuff like that. And the thing about her is that she wishes she can go back to man's world, get some more literature, and they have outdated books and stuff like that. I forgot what her sister name is, but she's voiced by Tara Strong. And so, like, of course, they tell me, no, we can never go back to man's world, and blah, 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 blah. And if you really want to know the gripes of what man's world is, then go to the prison cell where their prisoners at. And of course, who is the prisoner? Ares. See, what happened after that huge battle in the beginning is Hera promised that Ares will be shackled for life. These shackles are enchanted to where he can't use like his powers and stuff. And he will be Hippolyta's prisoner for life. And so, like, at some point in time, we see Steve Trevor and one of his like fighter jets, along with a couple of other people. They're patrolling the skies. I forgot who the enemy is at that time, and I think it's the one that's causing mess right now overseas. I think, but I'm not 100% sure. And So it is in the modern day, as we see Steve Trevor and stuff. They have like cell phones and all this other stuff. And this Steve Trevor is voiced by, oh man, I forgot his name. The dude from Firefly, the dude who does Green Lantern voice. Um, ooh, I used to know this dude's name, but to my tongue. Anyway, I'll look it up later and put it in like the links and stuff. Anyway, so this Steve Trevor is very much like the way he used to be, a male chauvinist pig. And boy, he is super horny in this movie. Well, anyway, the enemy comes in and attacks them. His other two officers get killed and his plane gets shot down. And just like, in the like origin and stuff, as he's shot down, he's on Themyscira. They see everything that happens. And the thing is that at first he didn't crash down on Themyscira. See, it's cloaked, and in order to uncloak it, you have to like touch like the mirror and stuff in Hippolyta's room. When she saw this happening, she felt sorry and she touched the mirror, and so he can like land safely. And so everybody's in pursuit of this man and everything, and Diana finds him. They fight a bit, but she ends up kicking him in the nuts. So now that he's their prisoner, they decide what they're going to do with him. But there's another thing that's been going on. So remember the sister of Artemis who like likes to read books and stuff. She decided she would like um no wait. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, they determine what they're gonna do with Steve. They're gonna send him back to man's world, and so they have to have a tournament of who's gonna like send them back. Wonder Woman, well, no, Diana wants to be the one to send them back, but her mother will not allow her and everything because Amazons are taught to hate men. So Wonder Woman sneaks into the tournament and fight, but however, she's able to sneak into the tournament because the sister of Artemis relieved her of her duty and stuff and told her to disguise herself with a helmet. And so as Diana, I keep saying Wonder Woman, as Diana's like beating everybody in the tournament, while this is going on, Persephone I think Persephone's her name, has decided to like, go down there to help guard Ares. But then she turns her back on the Amazons and free him because she's been having an affair with Ares this entire time. So they escape Themyscira. And then so after Diana wins the tournament, it is revealed that I really hope that the bad girl name is Persephone and not the girl who reads the books. Anyway, but the girl who freed Ares has like one eye. I'll call her One Eye because she lost her eye in the battle with like Ares back in the day. So anyway, so now Diana has two tasks. She has to return Steve and she has to bring back Ares. And so like her mother gives her the royal like Amazon garbs that are designed of that of like man's world colors, American colors. That's their excuse for saying why Wonder Woman dresses in red, blue, and yellow. And so, but these Amazons, they're not dressed in your traditional Amazon clothes colors, which are like gold, brown, and green. They're dressed more in Roman colors, red and gold, because the creators decided that the Roman colors are way better than that of the Greek. So as Wonder Woman is like, taking like Steve back, she meets this little girl in the park, and so like the girl wants to play like swords with the boy, but they won't let her. So Wonder Woman teaches her how to like properly use the sword and how to kill somebody. So the girl goes in there and starts whooping butt. So after this, Diana, or Wonder Woman I should say now, wants to depart from Steve, but him being the horny man that he is, he wants to stay and hang out with her. So he wants to like show her his job. She meets Etta Candy, who's just basically using her feminine wiles to get what she wants. And then so Steve is scanning for unusual behavior that's caused by Ares and everything. So whenever he's around people, he brings out the worst in folks. And while he's doing this, he's constantly flirting and hitting on Wonder Woman. So he decides he's going to seal the deal by getting her drunk at a bar. And so while she's in regular people clothes now, wearing a very lovely purple dress, he's just hammered because he's drank so much, and Diana is just like not even tipsy whatsoever because like Amazons can like outdrink like regular people because they've been endowed with like powers and stuff like that. So as he's trying to like force himself on her to kiss her, she lets him fall flat face on the ground. And in a huge argument, they go outside and like talking about how like my mom warned me about you men, but I like, oh no mother, he's different. But then she sees that all men are the same. Then they get mugged in the alley by a group of men. And so of course the men shoot at Wonder Woman, but she deflects with her bracelets. And after like making the last man like repents for what he did, all of a sudden a demigod comes in, Demonos. He's been sent by Ares and stuff. This was one of the greatest fight scenes I've ever seen. Cause she's just wearing a purple dress. She takes off her heels, so all you see is like the bare legs and like no shoes or nothing like that. And it looks so raw. And they're just like whooping on each other. And I mean, it's a huge fight, stomping on each other's faces, throwing each other through brick walls. And then like at some point she gets the upper hand on him, and she tosses him in like the mall and everything. But then like he gets the upper hand again, and part of her dress is now like ripped, and it looks more raw when she rips it off. And when I mean it's raw, but since they drew her with thick legs and thighs, she still doesn't have her boots on, and you see her in her Wonder Woman outfit with no boots, and it's like one of the coolest looking scenes I've ever seen. It's like she's getting like down deep and dirty, and so she whoops on him, cuts off one of his like snake, cause he has like hair that's made like snakes, kind of like Medusa. She rips that off, and then it's like she just whoops on him. So then after she puts the last on him for him to confess, he decides he's gonna commit suicide. And when he destroys himself, there's like a little jewel thing. So she knows exactly where Ares is headed, down into Tartarus. So at this time, her and Steve, they go to where the gates of the underworld is, which is like in another country or something like that. And so at this point, Ares and that one-eyed lady, they go to where the soldiers are, and they get like a sacrifice to open up the gates of Tartarus. Where there he meets Hades, a very overweight Hades who loves to eat and everything. And we see that Hades has made a servant out of Thrax, which really upsets Ares, but he wants his bands removed. And so Hades decided, all right, fine, whatever, I'll do it, because the thing about those two is that they're intertwined. If Ares causes war, then people die and they go into the underworld where Hades is at, making them even stronger. So it's like they have like a partnership, even though they're uncle and nephew. And so while this is going on, Wonder Woman is trying to stop like Ares from going down there, so she fights like those soldiers. But then he sends this like monster of a beast after them. God, I forgot what it is. It's like a giant winged monster type thing. And so she tells Steve to like don't worry about her, to stop Ares at all costs. Well, after she gets like injured and everything by this monster, he goes to save her. And so, of course, Ares is released. When she's in the hospital, she is furious and slaps the taste out of Steve's mouth and everything. Also, that, and he tries to kiss her again. If this movie was made today, he would not be a horn dog. So, Ares has decided to descend on Washington, D.C. because he has realized in like his like thousands and thousands of years being captive that mankind has created nukes. And so he released this like one to send on Themyscira. At this point in time, Wonder Woman and Steve are there to try to stop him. An entire army of demon and soldiers and stuff. And so She fights Ares to the best of her abilities, while Steve is going to try to stop the nuke on Themyscira with the invisible jet. Oh, by the way, yeah, they have an invisible jet. It's never explained how they have one, and the creators don't know. So he goes there trying to stop the missile. And while she's fighting all them soldiers hand to hand by herself and trying to fight like Ares and everything, she has backup. Who? The Amazons. See, this third act of the movie is a million times better than that of Wonder Woman. Now, the live action. Now, I do like Wonder Woman the live action third act. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. But this one's a million times better. So you have the Amazons on Pegasus riding around, or well, they're not unicorn, they're Pegasus because they're like winged horses, flying around fighting these demonic soldiers and everything. It is great. While Wonder Woman is like still trying to get at Ares. But then Ares, now that the nuke has made him even more powerful in the hate of mankind, he now has the power of Hades, and he unleashes the dead Amazon zombies that have died in battle many centuries ago. And now those Amazons have to fight the live Amazons. It's a huge climatic battle, and the good Amazons are losing until what's her name? Artemis like sees her dead sister, and her sister is quoting something. And so Artemis is just like pissy. She's like, I don't care what you say. I'm here to kill you, sister, since you like was weak and everything like that. But then as she's literally about to get killed by her sister keeps quoting the same quote. So Artemis realizes there has to be something to it. So she says it, and it takes her out her trance. It takes all the zombie Amazons out their trance. It's an old incantation that she read in a book. So now the zombie Amazons are gonna fight the demon dudes and Ares. But once he sees this, he makes all the zombie Amazons go back into like the ground and everything, into the underworld. So the woman, the one-eyed woman, she fights Hippolyta, and as they fight, Hippolyta kills her. And she tells her, you betrayed your people. And she's like, no, you betrayed us when you denied us pleasure of a man by keeping us on the island and everything, and denied us the pleasure of having kids. This makes Hippolyta wake up and sees that perhaps what like some people have been saying is true. They need to interact with mankind once again. So of course, now it's like Ares and it is Wonder Woman. They're going like hand to hand. He's shooting down lightning bolts at her, and it's huge. And she's in like the water. But then when he's about to like send down another lightning bolt, she uses her lasso to like tie him up, and then she throws him into the water where the lightning bolt's about to hit down, and she jumps up in the air. He's like blasted. And then here she comes with her sword, and then she slices off his head in a very climactic way. And it's like, whoa, man. Now, also, by the way, Steve, he stops the nuke. Just to let y'all know. And so, anyway, as the battle is now over and everything, his soldiers have given up. The Amazon go back their way home to Themyscira. And Diana is now sad and depressed because she misses Steve. Now, I don't know how old Steve is, but he's drawn to look older. So if she's young, well, I don't know. I guess I don't even know how old she is. But anyway, after seeing how depressed she is, Hippolyta tells her that perhaps you can be an ambassador for that of Themyscira and go back to the man you love. So she goes back over there, and now her and Steve are like shopping. She's wearing regular clothes, and all of a sudden at the end, Cheetah has decided she's going to attack a bunch of cops. So Diana tells him, she'll be late for dinner. She goes and she turns into Wonder Woman. Not no type of like Linda Carter way, but like old school, like Superman way of ripping off your clothes. And she bounces off one cop car after another, and she lassos Cheetah. She swings her towards her, and she lays her out with one punch, and it ends. I'm telling you, this is a awesome movie. It is on HBO Max. Go watch it. It deserves a sequel, but it never will get one and everything. This is still a million times better than the live action Wonder Woman movie, and better than that, a Wonder Woman Bloodline. Happy International Women's Day, everybody. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye.